So my computer has a bug. And I mean really a bug. See that thing? I started swatting at it, and it don't move. It's under the screen, and I've pushed on the screen and everything I could do, and it don't move. It's got legs, and it's weird, man. So this is how the story goes. I've told it 3 or 4 times, but it always gets cut out, edited out. So the guy I got the 40 horse from was selling it for a friend of his. And then he told me if I can find him a small outboard, he's got a 25 tracker, same one like I had on the Sea Dart. Long shaft, control. Anyway, he said I can have that motor if I can find him a small outboard. 6, 8. So I said, all right, cool, man. So I wasn't gonna run out and spend, $300-400 on a friggin' outboard to pick up a parts motor. So I just waited till one came along. Well, it finally did with the 6. Waiting to get it done, and took it for the test ride, and it was screaming at me, and I explained that to him. So we're gonna put it on his John boat, see what happens. Now I've had, a lot of comments on that motor. That's the smallest Evinrude Johnson I ever worked on. I didn't know anything about those things. So anyway, like I was saying, had a bunch of comments, and guys were like, that small of an outboard, wouldn't worry about it if it's, needle bearings in there. And somebody else said, probably because I'm pushing the big boat, probably be fine on a smaller boat. So we're gonna find out and see, and then like I said, if he's happy with it, fine. If not, may have to tear it apart. Are you pooping all over my boat? You ain't supposed to be up there. Oh man, I'm so thrilled to death this baby's in there. Thrilled to death. Oh yeah, feels good. Not sticky. Not sticky. Oh, that's right too. I gotta replace this hose. It's got a crack in it. Now, the other day I was like, why is it so wet in here? Yeah, it's all shooting out the crack. There's this John boat. He was supposed to do a little job on the transom. Go over here and find out what's going on. Well, it doesn't look like he got too much done. I think I got a piece of wood in the van I can throw in there. So there's the tracker. He's talking to somebody right now. Well, he's got one board cut for the transom, and he just wants to get it all put together. He's like, we don't have to mess with it today. And I'm like, fine with me, man. It's a great day for a boat ride. But I'm like, cool, that's fine with me. That's the other thing too. He didn't have to really do anything, but it's his day off. He don't want to do nothing. So we'll get it all done this week. I had to go actually I had some at home. Look at. Some PVC pipe I'm gonna put on here. Yeah, I like that. That worked good. So I couldn't help myself. I threw a quick one coat on. And the one thing I like is how the wood is textured there and there. And the other thing I like is I found the texture that I was using on the floor, except for it's under a different name now. Bear Paints makes it. And then also the last time, I took all the advice on people were saying use the Japan dryer and the damn, I can never remember the name of that stuff my whole life. I've always had problems remembering the name. But it makes the paint, it evaporates real fast, so the paint dries real fast. So this time I'm going to put it on there without the additives and see if it makes a big difference. But the texture is real fine, powdery, dust-like. It's not like the Rust-Oleum I had put on the orange corian board. That stuff was real sharp and gritty. I mean, you stepped on it and it would just cut right through the paint. So I didn't like that stuff. But this stuff is very similar. It's probably the exact same thing as the Shark Grip. So this is the stuff. And like I said, it's like a white, powdery, fine stuff. And it just leaves a nice little texture, not that real coarse stuff. And I would get it at like Lowe's, but now they have this at Home Depot. So just come down here and check out the paint, see if it's tacky or dry or what. Oh yeah, it's bone dry. Yeah, get me another coat on this puppy tomorrow. Isn't that hing ding fling flong? So I'm gonna get me another coat on my casting deck. I went around the edge of this with some cheap caulk with silicone, and it's supposed to dry clear. And you can see thin there, and it's getting clear, but the thicker parts are still white. And the reason I did that was just as a filler, because I don't want to spend all my money on the expensive stuff, filling that little gap in. So I'll put a top layer on top of that. And let me get another freaking coat of paint on that thing. Then I'm gonna start cleaning this floor and do some touch-up, I think. Well, just my luck, this freaking wind is howling today. Boats rocking all over the place. Hard as hell. You know, crap blowing in the paint. Man, it's howling. I can't believe it. There's crap all stuck in it, bugs and everything. It looked better than it did. We'll get this dang dirty, disgusting floor washed. Alright, it's been a few hours. Well, it should be dry. I think I'll take my shoes off because these crappy ass black soled shoes will leave black marks even if they're dirty. I mean clean. It looks like we leave it dirty. Yeah, that's pretty good. It might be a little sticky. Yeah, man, nothing like a paint job. Man, this thing is rocking. Alright. Yep. Alright, babies. This old outboard, 1974. Johnson. Oh, Jesus. 25 wars. First off, just want to say, him not having his John boat ready screwed up my whole video. So, do a little something with this thing. The guy I got this from, it's his motor, was the guy that bought the 40 horse. And originally he dragged this thing over here and said, can you do anything with this? And I looked at it and I said, no. I said, by the time I'm done with this thing, it's going to be expensive, and it's missing crap and this and that and the other. So he's like, okay. He's like, I was going to put it on my new boat. Well, it turned out his new boat, he bought the 40 horse because that's what his boat needed. And he's real happy with it. And somehow he dragged this thing back over here and still wants me to do something with it. So right off the bat, somebody had ripped the flywheel off. So you can see the inner part of the flywheel here is stuck on here, and it was just broken right off. And I think what happened was they used one of these to get the flywheel off. So I'm going to use this one I got and see if I can get this damn thing off. I mean, you know, I don't have a clue. You know, this thing is all froze up, doesn't turn, no tiller handle, and the cam is gone. I went and looked up the cam, the part number and everything. $40 they want for that cam, 40 plus on eBay. So I went to my storage unit, and luckily I had one. You know, if it was my motor and I was flipping it, then it wouldn't be a big waste of time. For me to look at it, you know, paying me to do this, I don't know if it's going to be worth it or not. But anyway, let's see if we can get some spark out of it, at least something. Plus, I don't even know if this thing will turn. I guess it'll turn, but let's see if it does turn. Yeah, it's a turning. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. Yeah, it should. If I can find a place for everything. I probably should turn these around. Wait a minute, they're all boogered up. See, I loaned this to somebody, and it's all screwed up. Let me fix this, you know. I sprayed some WD-40 on that seal. That used to be one of my old seal tests, was to spray WD-40 on it. And if it stayed full, I knew the seal was good. Alright, let's see if this thing will frickin' come off now. I couldn't get deep on the bottom because the blade was starting to hit. Boom. Man. Pain in the ass. Wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. After all that yelling and screaming. It looks like it's been sitting at the bottom of the ocean. I don't know if it's the right one or not. Ouch, that's hot. Well, she ain't froze up. Look at this. I gotta freaking clean this thing now. Oh, here's the pull start. Yeah, that works good. I gotta fix this too. So the muriatic acid works pretty good on this aluminum. This thing is a mess. I hope I don't have to tear it all apart. Yeah, probably. Let me loosen it up, spray some WD-40 on it. Maybe it'll be alright. I might have to tear it apart and tighten the spring. Come on. Yeah, that's spring. No good. Comes the fun part. So first thing, untie the knot. If you can. Or just cut it. Looks like a fairly new rope. And pull this puppy out. And then line this baby up as many times as you can. It sounds like the spring may be loose. Yep. It sounded like it was slipping, but I don't see anything. Oh well, too late now. I don't see anything broken or slipping. While I have this thing like this, I'm going to hit it again with the muriatic acid, clean this up. It doesn't look broke, but it sounded like it kept slipping. So that looks pretty good compared to what it did look like. But wait a minute, it is broke. Damn it, man. I'm going to heat this up. And it should have been pretty easy. I don't like the way this one's all bent. Funny. Fix that a little bit. Maybe something like that. Greasy weasy. Ooh, look at this stuff. Come on, baby. There we go. So wind this puppy up as many times as you can. It has to be enough to pull that whole rope back in. It's a lot of fun to do when your hands are all greasy. That may be enough. Then right there where your knot gets tied, that hole, you gotta line it up so you can get the rope back in. That's where these come in. Pull this thing down. Hopefully that's enough. Won't have to spin it anymore. We'll find out. And then slide your rope in, tie your knot, give it some heat. And take them off. Boom. starter paw's working. This thing is solid. It's not rocking back and forth. The lock nut on top. I just buffed it up a little bit. 40 bucks for these things on eBay. This one has, right next to where it says top, it says set. That's where you set the points on this one. Now my seal is still full of WD-40, so it should be a good seal. Now I gotta dig around for screws. It's gonna take another freaking hour. I got a funny feeling this thing might just spark, who knows? Now we cooking. So I'm missing 1, 2, 3 screws to hold this thing in. All this crap. I need one more screw for this coil and then 2 screws that hold these points in. And I've been robbing everything out of my 6-horse stuff. Well, this is off that little 3-horse I want to do. But these aren't long enough to go through this coil. And what's happened too is this thing is rusted and kind of expanded. I need to find something that don't fit. Then there's no little screws for the points in here. Let me look around. They're all in there, but I still need one for this coil here, which probably isn't going anywhere. Yeah, it's not going anywhere, just to test it. My big drill should push this thing without plugs in it. Will it run? Yeah, not bad. It's actually in gear too. Wow. This is all screwed up. He told me that gear case was rebuilt. See, it's in neutral, but over here it's really in reverse. That's forward. But it's spinning. This thing is fucked up. Alright, let's see if we got Sparkaroony. Little zoomaroo. Alright, that's plug number 1. And here we go. Oh yeah, baby. That looked like spark to me. See what we got on plug number 2. Come on now, work with me here. Plugs. Alright, here we go. Oh yeah. This thing should fire right up. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It will run, baby. It will run. Alright. Thanks again for watching.
Oh yeah, baby.